Hello and welcome to Channel Sports on Sunday. I'm Cecilia Omogbe, and with me here is
Jimmy Ogunlano.
Right.
It's a pleasure to be here, especially on a day where we have to talk about Tyson Fury.
I know. he wants to fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Ken Ochonogo is somewhere. Is he Scotland now? I know he went to Scotland, Glasgow, yesterday to go watch a game and also, do some interviews and everything. Are you back in London, in Kent, or where exactly are you in the UK?
Sissy, I'm back. Okay. On Friday, Dafil Tite, of course, you know him, Calvin, Emeka Woka, they hosted with other guys. We were in London together. Then I left London on that Friday evening down to Glasgow, where I was invited to come and watch the game between Celtic and St. Mirren. As you say, when you are in the box there, when you are in the VIP box to watch the game, it's a different feeling. Scotland, I also qualified for the World Cup after a very long time. I had a chat with those guys there, but I am back in London now. It's been a whirlwind in the last 48 hours, but this show has to go on.
Of course. Did he just rub it in? He said VIP.
It is
He rubbed it in. Okay. Yeah, we watch games, but we don't have opportunity to be at the VIP stand. Don't worry, I'm going to do it someday, and I'll take a picture or even live stream it, so you will see. Right, this is what it should look like. We'll be talking boxing, yes. Tyson Fury calling out Anthony Joshua after returning to the ring, 16 months absence. Both are 36, right? So let's look forward to that heavyweight British boxing bout that everyone has been talking about. If it's going to happen this year, we'll also be talking about, well, we can't help but talk about Arsenal because receiving punch every time. There was punch in the, in the FA Cup, there's punch in the Carabao Cup, and the Premier League title, there's another punch on it. And we know the quadruple is getting slimmer and slimmer. But double is still a possibility. We'll talk about Arsenal and, of course, the visit of Patrice Motsepe, talking about the CAF president to Senegal and Morocco. Will give you that also. You get to hear from him why some tournaments are actually losing money and the credibility of African referees and, of course, the judiciary. You hear from him on the show. And obviously, the MPFL will also get our attention this afternoon, match day 34. Just yesterday, Benin Insurance winning by a lone goal in the game that was played behind closed doors. So we're starting off with heavyweight boxing. I know, yes, the countdown to the World Cup that Ken is championing on the beats to talk about, but we're starting with boxing on the show. And what it is about boxing, the heavyweight boxing bout between, Tyson Fury and who was the Russian Asbek Magdalov. That actually ended in favor of Tyson Fury, unanimous decision, but it took him to 12 rounds, so he still got the legs.
Yeah, I think that Tyson Fury yesterday just showed controlled boxing.
Yeah.
It wasn't about trying to devastate the young man Magdalov. I don't think that was the essence. The essence was to have enough time in the ring, so that he shows that he's got the legs, he's got the chin, and also is in for the long time. Because you look at it, he's also a boxer. He's got 2 losses. But he's in, he's been there with some of the best boxers around. But for Tyson Fury, you have to consider the fact that this is his 5th time coming out of retirement. I remember when AJ actually did fight Jake Paul. Ken asked me a question. The question was, what do I think about the possibility of AJ and Tyson Fury? And I said, Tyson Fury looks like a man that you never can predict. Today, he goes on retirement. Tomorrow, he comes out of retirement. Now he's saying, if it's not Anthony Joshua, he's not in need for anything again. He feels that this is the right time to determine who the biggest draw in British boxing is. And I think I agree with him absolutely, because this has been on for like 10 years. You've seen a lot of docking. You've seen a lot of contractual issues. But at this point in time, there are no belts on the line. There are no belts on the line. It's not about, we have the likes of Dubois. Chisora, you've seen Chisora, being allowed to ease himself out of the game. But you have the likes of Anthony Joshua because of the global commercial value, the global commercial appeal that the two of them do have. The Battle of Britain. So I think it's understandable that this should happen. I believe that the promoters, they have it all to do. Although when called out yesterday after the bout, the bout against Magdudov, when called out, Anthony Joshua seemed to not want to be drawn into that, staring battle against Tyson. A few people may say, yes, Anthony Joshua does not want, he wants to have it on his own terms, like he did say. But I think at this point in time, it's a good one for Anthony Joshua, especially coming from what happened.
Being on the ringside alone.
And also the fact that his friends, he had lost his friends, he had been trying to, recuperate, had been having training sessions with Usyk. I think it's somewhat like a therapy for him. So having that bout with Tyson Fury, regardless of who wins and who loses, it will be nice to see such a bout.
Ken, do you want to see Battle of Britain this year?
No.
Straightforward. But Tyson Fury, immediately after the bout, we saw him calling out Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua responded and said, "You don't work for me. I'm the boss. You work for me. I'm the landlord. You work for me." And he says he's been chasing him for 10 years, but it didn't happen. So it seems Anthony Joshua is not interested. But Tyson Fury has said that he wants to have 3 bouts this year. 1 is already, gone. So 2 remaining. So I'm thinking he's insisting that he will fight Anthony Joshua or nobody at all this year. So it simply means the 2 bouts he intends to fight this year will be against Anthony Joshua. Maybe 1 match, and of course he wants a rematch. There's so much money when it comes to the Battle of the Britain.
There is something about Tyson Fury that is quite distasteful. He was to fight Anthony Joshua. Even Tyson, when they were Usyk, he will start giving impossible condition. He will tell you if you don't sign in 3 days, this fight will not go on. He will tell you, I'm saying that is not how it is done. He will just believe that somebody who just goes out there and does what he does. You don't like Joshua told him, I mean, I'm your boss, but that is not even the issue. Joshua just lost his close friends, his brothers. This is insensitive. But did you talk to him? Oh, Joshua, I know you lost your guys. I know how you are feeling. But the next thing, oh, you want to come out? You were retired. You say you were retired. You retired. You came back. You retired. You came back. I think Jimmy talks about greatness when he talks about Roger Federer. Roger Federer, and when you look at Tyson Fury, is the exact opposite of a man.
Greatness.
We are first of all human beings. Humanity counts first. It is not about your money or your pocket. He was beaten black, knocked all over by Usyk. What does he have to offer? That him to beat him twice, not once. So basically, the aura is no longer there. The cost was not. He humiliated Usyk. At a point, he said, "Look, the money I've been asking for the women, don't give the money to me. Give it to the victims of Ukraine. To tell you that I don't need the money." So if he wants to fight for money, then whatever it is. But I think calling out Anthony Joshua, a man who almost died and lost his closest pals, his blood brothers. I mean, I think it is quite distasteful. I'm saying this.
I don't agree with that.
And like what AJ said, I just watch you. There is nothing there. I will go there and I will beat you. I just believe probably the fight might take place. It is all about it. AJ might also donate that money to charity and beat him right there in the ring if that is what he wants. He wants AJ. But I do believe that first and foremost, he is not a gentleman. He's not, humanity comes first in all that we do.
Yeah,
I don't agree with Ken.
Okay.
The reason why I don't agree with Ken is because there was a reason why Anthony Joshua was seated there.
Yeah.
If you continue to say, okay, because of what had happened before,
it
his friends and all that.
It wasn't the Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder's fight also.
One of the, the messages that taught most was Tyson Fury's message that said, oh, it was because of what happened to Anthony Joshua that actually made him return to boxing. That, you don't have, you only have one opportunity, you live your life, and that's all. And that's exactly the lesson he took away from what happened to AJ and his friends. So I don't think, at that point, he's calling out Anthony Joshua is, Ken would disagree, but I feel we have gone beyond that stage as a part of the therapeutic.
Okay, because that happened in December, but this is April, so you're still in the works, it's still 4 months.
Ken, don't forget that Anthony Joshua and Usyk, they have been training together. Parker and Tyson Fury, they have been training together. They have been throwing jabs at each other. So I think they have gone beyond, oh, this happened, and as such, Anthony Joshua should continue to remain in that
no,
state
Anthony Joshua has not said a single word to Tyson Fury. No jabs. None. None. He has not.
He didn't say he wants to return to
boxing. He has
boxing
not said
soon.
a single. He's just been training and whatever. He has not said a single word to Jimmy. He has not.
But I don't think we should take too much. We should not be emotional about it.
Jimmy, it's your opinion.
No, we shouldn't
it's
be
my own
sentimental
opinion.
about it.
Yeah.
It's my own opinion.
Yeah.
Because once I understand it's your own opinion, I also feel that boxing, the game, the sweet science, the fact that Fury called out Anthony Joshua doesn't take away anything. If they're going to fight, they're going to fight. If they're not going to fight, they're not going to fight.
Yeah.
Of course, but right now Fury has no right to call out. When he was the champion, he was humiliating every boxer.
I mean, the picture, when you see the picture, the way the picture was looking like, as if, I don't think you can see the picture.
You also agree that the promoters have their own game.
Yes.
All of these things, they are usually planned.
Hype.
You don't just go into the ringside without knowing the possibility of what may happen. Some of these things you already anticipate. Is either it goes into the ring, call out Fury. Fury calls him out. They stare down at each other. If it's not happening, now that it has not happened, well, it doesn't mean they will not have a fight.
Jimmy, I've been following fights since 1974. I've been following all Muhammad Ali's fights. I followed, all till now. I'm a boxing. In fact, boxing is my first love. And there are people. The way he, like I said, when he was the champion, that is not how champions acted. He humiliated other people. But let's just go past this.
I don't agree. That's the game. That's the game.
Let's leave it. Ken don't want to see the Battle of the Britain, but you want to see the Battle of the Britain.
Ken wants to see.
No, he said he doesn't want to see it. That's the first thing he said. He said he doesn't want to see it.
Except, of course,
I don't want to see it.
Actually, may decimate Anthony Joshua.
I don't want to see it also. I don't want to see it also because I felt both of them are past their prime. They're both 36 going to 37.
Chisora and Wilder. Let me tell you. You look at
what fight.
Look at what happened between Chisora and Wilder.
Was that a fight?
Do you know that Fury also
Fury
also used some words that you could say may not be complimentary.
Yeah.
Now Chisora is saying, I want to go into the rematch with Deontay Wilder. So that's the game. That is the game. The game is not. We call it sweet science. But they may not be gentlemanly with that.
Whoever came up with sweet science, I don't know what they were thinking. How sweet is boxing? All right. Let's move on. Yes, Ken, let's talk about the countdown to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Nigeria is not there, but we can always do justice to what is going on across the world. And of course, Scotland are one of the teams that will be participating at the World Cup after a very, very long time. Mr. Ken caught up with some of them, right? 60 days to go to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 60 days. That is in 2 months' time.
60 days.
You've gotten your tickets. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's listen. Okay. Yeah.
Let's listen to them. Let's listen to them. The Mexican, the Scottish, and probably if John might also join. John is Scottish, so probably he might join us on the show to look into to talk about the Scotland. But let's take them. Let's take them, Sisi.
The Scottish fans, let's listen to them talking ahead of the World Cup. I mean, their hopes, their aspirations, what they intend to do. Well, if their team go far, right? Because Scotland, when talking about those winning the World Cup, they are not even part at all. Not part of the favorites for the World Cup. We've talking about Nigeria. There is no Nigeria. So focus on those teams that are going to the World Cup. Let's listen to the fans. Ken caught up with them when he went to Scotland for that game between Rangers and St. Mirren.
No, Celtic.
About it. So many years ago.
Yeah, very exciting. It's been since 1998.
1998, yeah.
There's been a generation I've never seen Scotland at the World Cup, so it'll be very exciting. That's the plan. Fingers crossed, as long as we give the effort. As long as the effort's there, I know.
Okay.
The talent might not be there, but as long as the effort's there, that's the main thing.
You think you're going to come out from the group?
Very difficult to come out of the group, but again, fingers crossed that, as I said, put the performances in. The problem we have is potential up front. We need a bit more up front. You can create chances, but if you don't have somebody to finish the chances, that's a problem. So, yeah, it could be tight games, but I would hope.
Are you going to America, Mexico, Canada?
No, I'm not going to be going to America, Mexico, Canada.
You want to watch it from Scotland here? You want to watch it from Glasgow here?
I'm supposed to watch it in Dubai, but I'm not going to Dubai now.
Okay.
Because of what's happening there, so I'll be watching it here. Yeah.
From Glasgow.
Yeah, and I know some friends that'll be going to the World Cup as well, so that'll be a great time.
So you think you can get to the quarterfinals or the second round?
Not quarterfinals. No, I think that would be dreamland, to be honest. But listen, as long as they give everything, and they'll have the support there from all the fans from all around the world. So.
Players that the world should be looking out for. I know. I love Scott McTominay. It's my guy.
Yeah, I know he is. And again, even if he was to be really, again as well. Again, if with regards to McTominay, if you could maybe play him up a wee bit further as well, to maybe for him to finish his chances, that would be good. And hopefully Dokes is fit as well. That would be ideal. But that's.
It's okay. You guys are going to the World Cup. Nigeria is not going. So, what's the name?
Riley.
Really? Were you excited that Scotland is going to the World Cup?
Yes.
And who are your guys in Scotland? In the Scottish team? Who are your players? The players in the Scottish team?
Again, Scott McTominay, Andy Robertson.
Okay.
Kenny McLean.
Yeah, okay. How do you think Scotland will play at the World Cup? You've seen them winning a lot of matches.
Yeah, I feel like we'll do good, but our group is quite hard with Brazil and Morocco, which is going to be a hard game, but I feel like we'll get to the quarter-finals, please. Yeah,
which of the games do you think that Scotland can win? Which of the games?
Probably like not Brazil, maybe Mexico or draw.
Okay.
No, I mean like that's quite hard to grip.
Okay. Let's talk Celtic a bit. Are you excited at the stage of the league now? Can Celtic win this? Can Celtic win the league?
Maybe we'll become second, maybe.
And today you take on St. Mary. You see the ones away up scoring so many goals.
Pardon?
Do you see Celtic scoring so many goals today?
Yeah.
Against St. Mary? You love playing football?
Yeah, I do.
You want to be a professional footballer someday?
Yeah.
You kick the ball very well?
Yeah, I do.
Defense, midfield?
I play up front.
Up front. You want to score the goals? You want to be the star? You want to be the Ronaldo, the Messi? Yeah. Right. Introduce yourself. What's your name? Baron. Yes. You're from Mexico.
From Mexico City.
Is it Mexico or Mexico? Mexico. Okay. How do you feel with you guys hosting the World Cup?
Oh, it's great. It's going to be fantastic. The opening game against South Africa is in Mexico City. We're really looking forward to it. Hopefully Mexico get a win. It's a tough group, but I think they'll do well. And then hopefully the second round it could be England.
1970, 1986, 2026.
Yep.
3 times host.
Yep.
No win. Do you see Mexico going the distance? Do you have the players to go the distance?
I doubt it. Not with the team they have. No, unfortunately.
Do you not have confidence in Mexico?
No, I'm sorry. No, unfortunately we don't. No.
Your opening game against South Africa.
Yes.
You see a win there.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
You see a win.
Yes.
So how far do you think Mexico can go?
Second round and that's it. They'll be knocked out.
He's I mean, I love how do I put it? People or fans who are realistic. I mean, this is not patriotism. This is fact. Mexico will go far because they don't have the star players they used to have back in the days. But Scotland, they're in a group that has Morocco, Brazil, and Haiti. So you understand why some of the fans are saying they may not go far. But their opening game is going to be against Haiti. So after that, there's Brazil and Morocco waiting in the wings. And Brazil haven't won the World Cup in a long time. And so they want to do it this time around with Carlo Ancelotti. Also, you have Morocco who got to the semi-final. Obviously, they wouldn't want to leave at the group stage. So the possibility of Scotland leaving the group stage is very, very tiny.
The unmissable exactly. they're excited.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. They're
that they are going
to the World Cup.
Okay.
So they are not getting the hairs wet. You know,
They
understand that they may not go so far, but they just want to milk the moment. They want to soak it in and appreciate the moment. And I think that's the most important thing for them.
Ken, when you caught up with these guys, when they were talking about this World Cup, I could feel the excitement in you, even if your country is not going. Why were you so excited talking to them about their country is going to the World Cup? It was just pretend.
No. See, I'm not hot.
Jimmy says artificial excitement.
Sissy, just calm down. Sissy, listen there. I have another interview with Calvin and Daffy, on the pains of Nigeria missing the World Cup. That was on Friday before yesterday's interview. But briefly, I think we have John. John is Scottish. He should be excited. Probably let him just tell us a little bit. I was with him right there, all of us watching the game yesterday. And then when St. Mirren let me tell you this story. Kelechi came onto the pitch. They brought him on, and they said, "Oh, your Nigerian brother is on the pitch now." I told them Kelechi was going to score because the tension was so high. I was saying Kelechi was going to score the second goal, but then it now ended just one. Okay, let's see. John. Let me just talk to John. John, Sissy is there. Jimmy is there. Scotland. You guys qualify for the World Cup. We are not going. Your expectations. You had them say, look, you don't think you can come out of that group. Do you think Scotland will do well? First of all, how do you feel Scotland qualifying? And then what are their chances at the World Cup?
Well, look, first and foremost, thanks for having us on again today. Look, very simply, it's just amazing for us to be there. It's our whole nation is going absolutely crazy about actually being there. So we're saving the moment, as you said. But more importantly, believe it or not, we've got high hopes of maybe getting out of the group, because I'll tell you why. We've got Haiti in the first game. They're obviously new and they're a good team as well, but we feel like we can beat them. Morocco now, very, very good team. But we feel confident with them, and maybe getting into the third game against Brazil, we may already be there, who knows? So we're the eternal optimists, Ken.
Yeah, optimist.
Eternal.
Yeah, okay. I know the World Cup is feeling okay. John, I think what we'll do is when the World Cup is on, probably we'll be having you on the show when we're talking about Scotland. And then, like I said, don't worry, I go bring you come Nigeria. Do you understand what I said? I go bring you come Nigeria. I'll bring it.
Listen, I will be at the World Cup, Ken, so you can do it live with me in the stadium when they're playing Brazil.
Okay.
When Scotland scored their first goal, we'll get it live for you.
Okay.
Well, you can only dream. You can only dream. It's all about dreams and how we could possibly win the World Cup. Yeah, I'm joking. If we get out of the group stages, we'll be absolutely delighted.
Oh, I love your model. It's not like we Nigerians. When we enter, we want to win it. Either we win it or not. But your expectations, we are able to manage your expectations. John, thank you.
One thing I'd like to ask you, Ken, and everyone that's watching today, all your viewers, just please, everybody in Nigeria, please support Scotland. That's what we're asking for. That's my request today.
Okay. But since we are not going, we will support Scotland. We'll talk to we'll support Scotland.
Yes. Go Scotland. So I'm adopting Scotland as my team. Go Scotland.
Come on, Scotland. Thank you. Cheers,
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, Sissy, over to you.
So, Jimmy, you're going to join me. We are adopting Scotland, right?
Absolutely. And for the beer lovers in Nigeria, I'm sure they will really, because Scotland is known for that, really. Yeah. So, I mean,
Jimmy,
having a drink over there.
Okay, you can pick up.
Jimmy. Epic up.
Okay, we'll leave it there. We're leaving it there, right? Mr. Ken, have you gotten your cap? Because there's a worker in Mexico that is actually assembling, a World Cup team chariot hat. And this hat is very beautiful. And so he's trying to do it in a way that people can actually get it. You're going to the US, it's going to be sunny. as in Florida, everywhere the heat is going to be much. So she's actually designing this hat. I don't know if you can see pictures of it. She's actually designing this hat. So if you're going to the World Cup, just try and get one. It's going to help, protect you from the heat. So this is how the Mexicans are building up to the World Cup. So people are making money, preparing for the World Cup. So this is part of the things we're actually losing. Imagine if we are going to the World Cup and that's beautiful Nigerian jersey, but then you'll be seeing different designs.
And the World Cup is where you see a lot of ingenuity. You see people bring the craft out and they're able to market it. You talk about the commercial exposition and also the tradition and the culture of the different nationalities involved being exposed out there, and people are able to latch onto it and take some things back home, and they serve as memorabilia, and these are always lovely to see.
Yeah, lovely to see. So Ken, get your hats if you're going to the World Cup, or you'll be here talking from here. So it's a beautiful hat. We need to go on a break, so when we'll come back, of course, very, very colorful. So beautiful, and for those who are going to the World Cup, so this is something that will definitely protect you. I think Mexico is not written in it, but we know this is synonymous with them. Once you see them, you know this is okay. You have some that actually have Mexico written on Mexico City. That's what you have.
Mexico. Okay, you have been corrected. It's Mexico, not Mexico.
Mexico, that's what we know. Yeah, Mexico for them is Mexico for us.
Yeah. I asked him, and Mary did say it is Mexico.
Mexico, we know. We know it's Mexico, but for us it's Mexico. So we'll go on a break. When we come back, Okwemi Angela, he's in the studio, so he will join us after this break.
All right.
The observation that sometimes nobody says, President, we will host it, because they lose money. It costs a lot of money. And then I have to say, okay, fine, let's try again, because my job is to the 54 nations, 54 countries, 54 member associations, and still there's nobody. And then Fauzi comes and says, we will help. We lose money, but we will help. And I'm encouraging that there are more. We want more nations on the African continent to do that. But as I said, I'm grateful, because we've got to move on, and we are making progress, and we are becoming better, and the WAFCON is going to be enormously successful. So we have to believe in ourselves. We've got to believe in our people and our continent, and we've got to believe in the togetherness, in the unity, and the cooperation of all of us. And whatever challenges we may have, whether it's political or historical, work together to overcome them. And I'm confident we are succeeding, and we will continue to succeed.
So you listen to Patrice Motsepe. That interview was immediately after, during his visit, or rather the press conference was during his visit to Morocco. Earlier when he visited Senegal, talked about corruption and the fact that, well, corruption is like a cancer, it's like COVID, is worse than cancer, it's worse than COVID. And so they are cleaning their houses up, saying Senegal, they are welcome to, they are welcome to that investigation they want to carry out, in terms of corruption in CAF. And this time around, he's talking about WAFCON, why Morocco is always hosting. Because WAFCON, they're losing money, and people don't want to host it. And so Morocco always confounds it. I mentioned he's the FA president of Morocco, and also the chairman finance committee for CAF. So you understand why he's always bailing them out. When you have a tournament that you don't host regularly, you want to put money in it. It's hard. Okwemi Angela is back with us. It's great to have you.
Thanks, Sisi, for having me. But again, I think you missed the opportunity to actually set the record right. It's only Africa, where it's only CAF that have not settled their house post-COVID. Every other person, they've stabilized their competitions, but it's only after you have 2025 the championship being hosted in 2026, 2023 being hosted in 2025. So I think it's been economical with the truth. They've not given WAFCON the premium it deserves, and I think if they're actually taking it seriously, we'll not be talking about looking for a potential host for the WAFCON. And we just off camera, we talked about the inaugural French League Cup final that was played in Côte d'Ivoire. So if the French are coming to Africa, the whole stadium was filled up. So how much more we Africans? And of course, our female team they are not pushovers when it comes to global competition. We might not be there yet, but if you measure the trajectory between the male and female team, the female team, they are progressed faster than the male team when it comes to the World Cup or the Olympic Games. So I think CAF needs to set their priority right, and with that, we won't be begging for host for WAFCON.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, Jimmy, how can they make money out of WAFCON, really?
Well, I think these sort of engagements are actually crucial. So everybody begins to understand what the challenges had been, because if they kept quiet and nobody understood what their own challenges had been, then it makes it a lot more difficult. But I feel also that the profitability of the competition, like Okwe did say, they have to prioritize, the calendar, the scheduling has to be better improved. Also, the women game in all the nations, they have to work with the different federations to improve the games first from the domestic level. Because if you just think about the continental level, and you have the competitions and everybody just assembles every 2 years and all that, they go back and nothing much is being done to improve the game. You have to domesticate the progress back home. And as such, once the game is being enhanced, for example, in Nigeria, we have had issues of, organization of friendlies being a very thorny issue. It's been very difficult having Nigeria play international friendlies where the international
this is international break now.
Right
players
now
are relaxing. All the
players are not playing, and they are agitated about it, and when they do talk, we tend to victimize them. So all these have got to change, and these are the ways by which, once they work with the different federations to get it right, then it makes it easy to achieve success at the top.
Yeah, and Mr. Ken, you want to chip in this one before we move away from, WAFCON losing money, not making money, and Morocco coming to their rescue? You have nothing to say. I can understand that, because it's more like we've overflogged this issue when it comes to trying to make women's football a premium brand for people to buy in. Because when you don't have anything to show, where will people put their money? There's nothing, because WAFCON was supposed to have been in March, right? 2 weeks to the time, you push it to July. And we know July, immediately after the World Cup, there's the Commonwealth Games also come. It's almost at the same time. And we know most English-speaking countries will be going to the Commonwealth Games. And we know in Africa, National Sports Commission obviously is going to prioritize those going to the Commonwealth Games because of the contingents. And so you're not going to be looking at just one team going to the Nations Cup. And as Jimmy mentioned, friendlies are not being played. I think after this window, do we have another one in June? I don't think so. I think we have one more in June before the World Cup. So it's simply before the Nations, simply means the Falcons will just end up playing just maybe one window. Malawi, they're playing Australia. You have Zambia actually in a 3-nation tournament. That's the FIFA series. It's every 2 years. Zambia is part of the team. So they're playing Brazil, they're playing South Korea, they're playing Canada in that one. Go to South Africa, they're playing Japan. So all across they are all playing. So, well, Nigeria and CAF, I think they are in the same WhatsApp group. Okay, we ended there. I kind of had to speak for you. We are paddies, right? So a quick one. A quick one on this, on the credibility. Okay, I said I've spoken for you. You said you don't want to end, so I just help you to wrap it up. A quick one on the credibility of referees and also judicial system. Let's also listen to Patrice Motsepe talking about this one. I'm sure Ken wants to react to this one.
There's good progress, and that has been made concerning governance, concerning transparency, concerning the quality of refereeing, improvements. We've lost a bit of that, and I think partly is because of this professionalism partnership we had, which was terminated without, or in fact, which was not continued. Gianni Infantino didn't know about that, neither did I. So it is important that when there are deficiencies and difficulties, that we recognize them. But you need to do more than that. You take effective corrective measures. And what makes me happy is that some of the effective corrective measures we've taken is reflected and recognized by our partners. When I became president, we owed $100 million. We now have a positive $150 million and we give $150 million, and we have increased the prize money, and partly also thank you to Morocco, and thank you to the chairman of my finance committee. So we don't live in heaven or in some kind of idealistic world. We live on planet Earth. There will be problems and there will be failures, and we have to confront them, and we've got to solve them, and we've got to move on. And what is more important is our people are not stupid. They can see it when I stand up and I say, yes, our referees are fair and impartial. And they look at the match and they say, oh, no. The president says one thing, what we see is something else. I say the CAF judicial bodies are as good as the best in the world. And the decisions that are taken doesn't inspire confidence. So we've got a clear understanding of the consistency of progress and confidence and integrity that's required.
Integrity is actually required for confidence to be in CAF. I know Ken wants to react to this one. It has to do with judicial system and also the referees. 7 referees were picked from Africa, for the World Cup. 55 referees. I'm talking about central referees. You have 88 videos, 88 assistants, and of course you have about 30-something video assistants referees picked for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But obviously no Nigerian, because you don't use VAR in your league, so there is no way you're going to pick a Nigerian as part of them. Mr. Ken, yeah.
Yes. When you have referees that are coming in from Algeria, we have Mustafa
Somalia,
Goba from Algeria, Amin Mohammed from Egypt, Peru Echo from Gabon, Jalal Jayed from Morocco, Dahan Beida from Mauritania, Atom Abongile from South Africa, and Omar Atam from Somalia. And then 000 from Nigeria. We're not surprised. We're not surprised. We're not going to say anything. Even now, we're not saying anything.
Okay.
But the only controversy, it wasn't even controversial, was because the former the guy who officiated the final between Senegal and Morocco, he's from DR Congo. He was also the guy that officiated the opening ceremony. I think a top-notch African referee. Because of that controversy, they have FIFA has dropped him from this particular World Cup. He was supposed to be there. He was on the short list, but then he is not going. That is the FIFA way. I told you guys of the guy who officiated the 1982 game between France and Kuwait. He's a Russian. After that, he never officiated any FIFA game again. I hope the DR Congo guy, probably they might give me a reprieve, but with this, I don't think he's going to get that. He's off. When you are off, when they don't blacklist you, you are blacklisted.
Also, the one that officiated Nigeria and Morocco should also be blacklisted, right?
No, that guy is from Ghana. Ghana jollof is still sweet.
Okay, I know Ken Kwemi was talking when Patrice Motsepe was talking about the whole judicial system, and talking about thanks to Morocco they've increased their money. They were in debt of 100 million when he came to power, but now they had 150 million. Special thanks to, of course,
I think Motsepe is unfortunate that he was a product of house cleansing in CAF, in African football, where Ayato and his likes left the scene. We had Ahmad who wanted to do too much, and of course he missed his step. There we had a Motsepe who we thought, because of his partnership with Mamelodi Sundowns, who have someone who has hands-on experience. But I think it has just shown that he pays the piper, but he does not dictate.
He's a businessman.
Yes. So and I think what he had just said.
Bring the money, the profits.
Is implied now that because the Moroccans are funding CAF, so they must dictate the tune. And again, go to the last AFCON.
That's a grave one.
Yes, yes. No, it's implied. It's implied.
He said
implied.
It's an implication. But,
it's implied.
But you're not going to discredit all of what Mosepia and his team have done, especially in terms of commercial exposition.
Okay, let me
talking about the officiating.
Yeah. Right.
Now, AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire, UEFA, Europeans themselves were saying, look, UEFA and English FA should come and learn how to use VAR. Because it was like 95% very successful and accurate. Now, coming to this AFCON, where it was obvious that CAF wanted Morocco to win by all means, any foul or fair means. And because of that, the referee were under unseen pressure. Yes, and because I watched the Nigeria-Moroccan match again. I think under no circumstance should that referee handle the whistle anymore. Because even at some point, the Moroccans were even shocked at the level of officiating. So, and again, Africans, we are sending to, out of the 48 teams, 20% will be African teams, that is 10. And the referees now, we're having like 12%. So I don't think there is a balance.
I agree with Dr. Emi that the credibility of CAF, especially in terms of what a very crucial angle to what we all enjoy, the officiating, they had a name, tainted. But I wouldn't take away in entirety what Mosepia has done.
Commercialization.
The commercialization, the fact that he has given respect to the African game. So that's why...
Excuse me?
Now, in terms of the numbers...
It's men's football. That's the only thing. The numbers you had, I'm going to disagree with this one. On this one. I'm going to disagree with you on this one.
Cecilia, because are you talking of competition or
I'm going to disagree with you on this one. Yes, he's been able... People don't have a choice than to focus on African football. Why? Because you've got the stars. That's the thing. Okay. It's growing. So
what about the numbers?
If you talk about Manchester, if you talk about him bringing in more money, and we are seeing it, I can agree with you on that. But in terms of you saying he's giving African football credibility, hell no, because he actually destroyed it when he came in.
Africa
look stupid. Yeah, look stupid. Like we don't really know what we are doing. But as if we don't know what we are doing.
Let's distinguish it. What I mentioned.
Okay,
what I said
so you have to clarify what you're saying.
Competition. We had it all going our way.
Not pre. You said he brought credibility to African football. That's where I'm disagreeing with you. No, he didn't.
After the competition,
whether before or not, there was credibility in African football before he came in. Before he came in, we had the numbers. It's just that the money, we didn't know where the money was going into. So I think we should move away from this one. Let's move away from this.
Before he came. So, but I think even Fatima herself did not make us a stool. Who was seconded by FIFA, did not make us a studio of FIFA like Mosempe.
So let's leave it. Can't say we should move on. Let's move on and quickly go to MPFF. But if we discuss CAF, we will not leave here. Let's leave CAF and their wallet. I hope that Motsepe will understand that we are angry with him when it comes to women's football. That's where I'm angry with him. Because when you're talking about him bringing credibility to African football, I would disagree with that because he has scattered what we know every 2 years. We don't longer know when we have WAFCON. So we don't know that. So disagree with you on that. All right, let's quickly go to MPFL match day 32. The games. Benin Insurance winning by a lone goal against Abia Warriors. This game was played behind closed doors. They didn't have a choice. So we have other games for today. How many games to go now? After this, you had 4. So Barra and Remo Stars.
Remo Stars will be playing away at Barrow. Bayelsa United will be hosting Wiki Tourist. El Kanemi Warriors will be hosting Nasarawa United. And Katsina United will be away at Enyimba.
Ikorodu City takes on Kano Pillars. Kun Khalifa takes on Warri Wolves. Enugu Rangers travel to Mina to face Niger Tornadoes. River United at home to Plateau United. Shooting Stars takes on Kwara United.
It's getting pretty.
And right now, it's about the relegation battle. It's also about the top 2 battle to determine who wins.
So Rivers United, like Arsenal, back on the 2nd spot. Rangers
like Arsenal
topping. Ikorodu City top position. So those are the
top 4
campaigners.
So they have 4 to 5 matches to go.
4th, Nasarawa 5th, Shooting Stars 50.6. But I think 4 points separate the 3rd and the 6th
place.
So you have Katsina United, Plateau United 8, Katsina United 9, Warri Wolves 10, then Barao, best of the rest.
Best of the rest, that's where it ended. So the other ones can still go on relegation. That's what it's looking like.
Yep.
Warrior Wolves, I know Ken will be interested in that one, but can they actually do something? I remember what they did to Rivers United the last time, but this time around, they are away at Kun Khalifat. Kun Khalifat, giant killers, they're going on relegation, but they know how to beat the big team. But we're going to leave the MPFL here, and quickly, we can't leave without talking about Arsenal. Okay, before we talk about Arsenal first, we'll listen to Mikel Arteta. I mean, he's taking a lot of punches. This time around, said just chin up and then no more.
Well, extremely disappointing. It's a big punch on the face. That's what I said to the boys. And now it's about how we react to that. Because game on is going to require now a big spirit, a lot of fight, and very clear how we're going to approach that. There's no gray areas. We are in, we are out, and we need to be very, very, very strong and determined to approach it in a different way that we've done today, especially when the game wasn't going our way. We were very far from the level that we've shown, that's for certain, especially in certain areas that are critical. And when you play against a team like Bournemouth, that they were very clear. But again, I don't want to criticize any player, especially here publicly. We need everything. We need, first of all, we need everybody fit and available. So the ones that are not involved, the ones that are not with us, that are really big, important players, we need them immediately with us because then we're going to be much stronger. And then the other ones, we need to stand up, me the first one, and embrace this challenge and go for it. So today we have to suffer. It's painful. It's a terrible feeling, but tomorrow is a different day. And if somebody would have said to me in August, you are in this position right now in April, I'm sure we will all take it. We cannot control that. I think what we can control is our performances like we've done over the last 9 months, and that's the only thing. So anything that is said when you have a defeat at home, you have to accept it. That's it. There's no excuses. There is no this or that or the things that I hear. It's about how we're going to stand up, first of all, individually, and then as a team to change that immediately on Wednesday.
Change it immediately on Wednesday. The Champions League is there. Sporting Lisbon are just one goal, and so the punches will not continue. They can't take much anymore. Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Premier League, and Pep Guardiola, who believes they've lost it before. I'm talking about the league title, and now they are back in the race. I'm going to go to Ken first, because these guys have been talking about CAF first. I'm going to go to Ken first. I mean, Mikel Arteta, yes, we look at the results from yesterday and, of course, the fixtures for today. Well, Manchester City and Chelsea are playing later today. Now, Pep Guardiola got 2 games in hand after today, still got 1 standing, and Arsenal are 9 points clear at the top of the table. Can they still win this league from what's going on? Ken?
And they bottle the league.
Jimmy is there.
Jimmy.
Okay, you should be asking,
I'm asking you first. Okay, now look at the top 4. Is it possible they can bottle them? Look at what is looking like the top 4 now. You have Arsenal after 32 games, 21 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses, and a goal difference of 38. So in all ramification, they are here. They are at the top and 17 points. And look at Manchester City, 32, of course, 2 games in hand, wins 18, draw 7, and losses 5.
The maximum goal difference of 32. Get from here.
Yes.
The maximum they can get is 85 points.
Yeah, what's the possibility that Arsenal will win the rest of the game?
There are no possibilities even for Man City to win all the games based on that form.
They've not been taking punches, but Arsenal have been taking a lot of punches. That's the difference.
The 4th win. That is, sorry, the 4th loss this season. And it's not yet time to panic.
It's not the 4th loss. You're talking about 3 in a row, apart from in between Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and the Champions League is just 1 goal.
I totally understand the slip-ups, but I will say that, Arteta has to be blamed for quite a number of things.
Okay, so why?
Everything.
I mean, you can't be in such a position, having quadruple in mind, and you are busy losing matches, 3 matches in a row. That means the mentality is...
All happen in Spain.
That's not winning mentality in any way.
Yeah, I think Ken wants to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go. No, Jimmy has spoken. No, all I want to say is
I'm not finished speaking. No.
He's still speaking.
No, I'm talking about Vincent Kompany.
Okay, before you talk, you use that to sign out. So let's finish with Arsenal.
He brought in last year.
The league is still Arsenal.
Yeah.
The league is still Arteta's to lose.
So because
if
the way
Arsenal
it is,
win
I
all
know
their
Arsenal
remaining
win this
game.
Premier League title, but they will suffer for it. Now,
I agree.
He's putting undue pressure on the players.
You agree.
Calling them for international break on flimsy excuse of injury. Then that match, I told someone that Arsenal can never win that match of yesterday. The best they would have gotten was a draw. It was putting undue pressure on the players, telling fans to come early with your breakfast, with
everything. It's a press conference.
Take it like a normal match. You are building too much hype into a match naturally, and
Bournemouth have nothing. They're not fighting for anything.
But they were on unbeaten run of 11 matches.
I know.
But what just take the match like a
playing into their own hands.
Yes, but it was
play the match like a normal game. I agree
too much sensationalism.
And also, you have to worry. You have to worry when your goalkeeper, has the highest number of passes. 49, just behind Declan Rice, 50.
Okay.
Why are you passing the ball to yourselves and passing to the goalkeeper, and you are not adventurous enough to go and score? So that's part of the coaching
needs to
frailties that we're talking about.
Okay, can they drop the trophy? Can they bustle it?
Opta still has it at 93% for Arsenal to win.
Me saying
Arsenal will win this.
The last time Leicester won, we're all like this. Leicester City. After Leicester City winning the league, I'm not saying anything again. Ken, we need to go. I know you want to talk about Bayern. They are record-breaking goals this season.
Record everywhere. I'm glad for Vincent Kompany. I'm glad for African. Coaches of African descent, if he's able to win this league again and win the Champions, that's why I'm actually backing Bayern to win the league. I want them to win the Champions League. It will be good. It will be good. It will be good for the African. It is not just what we want to win. I believe that it will open doors. It will open doors for other African, African descent. But for Arteta, the league is for them to lose. But if they are losing their head and City goes on to win all the remaining game, then it will be Arsenal as usual.
Okay, time to drop your pen.
I don't drop them already.
Okay, all right. See you next Sunday. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Going for the 7th week as world number 1. I think it has to go to Alcaraz.
At least in days of Roger Federer, we had 4, but now we have only 2.
Exactly.
Boring.
I prefer Ademola Lookman winning the Champions League than Kompany.
Thank you. Ademola Lookman for the Champions League. Right, that's going to be difficult.
It's not happening. Not at the expense of Arsenal.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Hamogbe. Have a great day ahead.